The fucking lore, bro.
Fucking lore.
Alright, buddy. So, it's come to our attention, both myself and Leeches, that maybe some of the episodes are not the only thing you've been neglecting. Maybe it's been some of the group chat too.
Are you mad I don't respond to your reels?
I'm not mad. I accept you and I understand, but it's come to our attention that maybe there's a lot of content that you have not seen. So
If there is important stuff you're putting in there, text it to me. Do you want to see my Instagram group chats?
Okay. So we have decided that we're gonna take it upon ourselves to show you a little bit.
Because I never check videos or messages.
So let's start with this. Oh, classic. It's a movie that we're gonna watch together.
Hold on, let me just like all these videos.
Fuel Manchester United.
Oh my god.
Sing the Manchester United song.
He's somehow still not watching it.
I'm watching.
My baby takes the morning train. He works from 9 to 5 and then he takes another home again to find me watching the Manchester United football team. Ah, the best freaking team in all the land. Woohoo!
Ew.
Pretty good. Pretty damn good, lads!
Oh, here we go. A little bit of Greasy Man, my guy. Oh my god. What the fuck, bro? Don't worry, we'll rewatch it so that you can actually catch the good part of it.
Sorry, let me
And Leech got it on video that you still somehow fucking missed it. Fuck.
This attack is baseless.
This attack is baseless because he went and liked everything while we were trying to fucking show him.
It's fucking Instagram DMs.
You make me sick. Leave me alone. Please. Hiding in the shadows.
Some of these are dated now.
You truly are. Oh, you can't escape yourself. What do you think?
You have a whole folder? I fucking hate you guys.
This is pretty famous.
The Golden Falcon. Liverpool, maybe? Is it Arsenal?
Two of the other red ones.
I got no idea.
This is the one I'm wearing right here.
Ugh.
No, I should know this. Kulizavecki team.
The what?
Kulizavecki team. It's a famous one?
Yeah.
Argentina?
No.
How about this one?
Mutual of Omaha.
Yes.
I'm guessing that looks like Arizona. I've been over there and I've passed the stadium before. Is it Tottenham? No. Stars over a cloud tree. Oh, Christ, I gotta go for it then, yeah. Southern Lower Bridgerton.
Southern Lower Bridgerton.
Yeah, it's a new team.
Yeah, they always feature in the Champions League. Yeah.
What's the next video to shame Zach?
Rock like my old turn and shit.
Is this what you guys do at work? That's a good.
Oh, all right. Next one to Shame Zaki boy. Oh, well,
You just didn't wait to carry your trophy there.
I shouldn't have.
You just didn't wait to
I'm glad you guys can't stop thinking about me when I'm not around.
No, actually, one question.
dude, we can't stop thinking about you even when you're around.
On the left. Everywhere, man. Yeah, no.
Legend.
Off the left. Do you reckon you take him on?
All day.
Seriously? In my prime. Every season I'm trying to get rich. Roddy, 846 for the dotty. It's long for the dogs don't smoke this Scotty. This edge injecting filler. My bad when I kill her cause she got a body. Got down with a boxing movie. Try and get through me. Doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, my holes are the front. Because you're small. Tie your laces, man. What? Tie your laces.
Fucking Virgil. Leech really liked this one. This one's my special one for you.
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him. He's gay.
Well, buddy, that's just the beginning. We just wanted to catch you up a little bit.
How about you use an effective form of communication next time?
I don't know that there's a more effective form of communication in this day and age than sharing memes and shit with your friends.
Email.
You want me to send you an email?
I'd probably check my email more than I check my Instagram messages.
I'm gonna fucking carrier pigeon a fucking GIF and
Okay.
fucking shit to you.
I'd watch it.
John Daesh. Well, now that we've gotten that little doozy
Oh,
out,
hold on, there's some more I need to like.
Can you turn it down a little bit for me?
What?
Whatever you're gonna play.
Oh no, I was just liking messages to show that I've seen them. What's the metric? Just me liking them?
That's the
I-
ones
I think the most appropriate metric is allowing an episode to start.
I won't let it start, and I definitely won't let it end.
Didn't even fucking make a noise.
Teasing you guys.
All right. Well, since we're here, topic of the day is going to be based around our number of episode for the day.
Our first milestone.
It's a pretty big milestone. It is episode number 10.
Insane.
And because it is episode number 10, I'd like to dedicate it to what I think is a pretty big deal, aka the number 10 in the sport. Arguably one of the most important and impactful numbers in the sport.
Definitely the most meaningful.
I think so.
I mean, growing up, like, everybody wanted that.
Yeah.
It's like that was the number to have.
Yeah, I mean, there's the prestige behind it. There's lore to the number. So I'd like to talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, even before I fully understood what that role was, like growing up, that was just kind of associated with the best player.
It was like a legend. Like, it kind of resonated. Like, even if you didn't understand, like, you knew what, 10 was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think it's kind of worth delving into, spending a little bit of time talking about it.
Episode 10 for the 10s.
Oh, okay.
So, who's the greatest 10 of all time?
I don't know if we want to necessarily tackle that, even though I'm sure you can probably guess my answer at this point.
I think so.
I'd like to, if you want to start, I mean, we can start with players, but I wanted to also start with, like, what the 10 means, or, like, what it means to us, like, outside of just, like, oh, yeah, when I first started, like, obviously, like, everybody, when they first start, hear about the 10. 10's a big deal. I mean, it was a lot of prestige up until certain people started kind of romanticizing other numbers. 10 was the big deal.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, but 10 to me has always been usually centered around like an attacking midfielder,
Yeah.
right? It's a person who usually has had at least one touch on the ball in any given goal or
They're like the pivot point. Everything
Lethal.
goes through them.
kind of. They are the conduit of Joga. That's at least how we think of it. Like, that's how I kind of grew up understanding it. In South American soccer, they have this whole concept that like the 10 is kind of a conduit. I'm pretty sure it's called el enganche. But the idea is everything goes through this person. Like, they are the funnel, right? They're the funnel that you have to try and get through defensively. They're the funnel that produces offensively. And obviously there's people who demonstrate that incredibly. But I'm also cool with talking about some of the other different non-traditional versions of that 10 and like the evolution of the 10. And then obviously I'm going to want to know who some of your 10s are.
Yeah, I mean, my interpretation of the 10 is pretty similar to yours, like an attacking-minded midfielder. But I always kind of thought of like the pure number 10 as kind of like that magician, the one that's, you know, tactical and tricky, that can pull a trick out of his sleeve to lead to that incredible play. So I know we've talked about him many times, but like Mesut Ozil,
He's
like
on my top 10.
he's
He's
like
on my top 10.
the number 10. Like,
And he's crazy too, because I think he is arguably, aside from, he is the assist king. I mean, I don't know that I've seen someone who is so effortlessly with the ball, but he is again one of those conduits where if you look at the teams that he played for, you're right, everything went through him. He just fucking did it incredible. Like,
Yeah.
I love the technicality and the like rigidity, for lack of a better way to put it, behind Deutsche Fußball. But he was the exception. Like, he kind of really changed the metes and bounds of what German midfield looks like. He's fun to watch, man.
yeah, I mean, you put him anywhere, and
He was a 10 on Arsenal, in my opinion. Like,
Oh, yeah.
he was a 10. Like,
And like for me, like a 10 doesn't need to score all the goals, but the one, like you said, is involved with all of them. That's leading that play out of the midfield into the final third and finding that right pass, or, you know, making that dribble, you know, that extra dribble to get past a defender and then find the right pass.
yeah.
Occasionally score in a worldie, but I think dishing it out is like, that's really what makes it 10 for me.
I'd probably say, so like the way that you're describing it is a 10 is usually the player with the most vision on the field, outside of maybe like a keeper, just for their physical positioning. The 10 is the one who has the most spatial awareness, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to volley with another German boy who, in my opinion, is kind of a 10, even though he's not directly a 10. The way he plays is very 10 technical, but he was an absolute mage at using the space unused. And it's going to be our old boy, Thomas Müller.
Yeah.
He didn't have to be the most physical. He wasn't the most fancy. Like, he really is not an insane dribbler, but his use of space that was unused was unparalleled.
He always found a way to get into the perfect spot.
Because
Like-
he went where there wasn't anyone, and he brought a consistency that made that lethal.
Like, how many goals have you seen him score where he's just in front of net,
And
but
you
he
just
knows
want
where he's at,
Billy.
and it's the simplest goal. He just taps it in or heads
Yep.
it in, but it looks simple.
Just
but
redirect.
knowing to put yourself in that exact position,
Yeah.
like, that's the mindfulness that true number 10 needs.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to touch on him because, yeah, he's not really like a 10. Like, haven't really seen him with the number 10, but the way that he plays is very 10-esque, right?
And I also think that's why, you know, number 10s or 10-esque players also make great captains usually, because one, they're in that open space, they're involved with everything, and, you know, a captain's obviously a leader. They're kind of that, you know, a leader position on the field, being able to dish it out appropriately, finding that right pass.
I mean, 100%. And back in the day, like, you pretty much mainly saw 10s be captains, right? And especially with, I'm going to go ahead and reference 3 South American all-time great 10s, right? And please, people, do not read too far into the clumping of this, but first one, Pelé, right? Absolute 10. I mean, Brazilian legend, arguably still the best Brazilian player of all time. I mean, I even have a family member that played against him in the World Cup, and they became friends because he was just like in shock and awe at how incredible of a player he was and a personality. So Pelé is an incredible 10 captain. You put the team on your back and you push through, whether it's physically, whether it's vision, whether it's selflessness, or whether it's being the one to just hammer one home. The next one, obviously from a similar era, it's got to be Maradona. Maradona is a very, very classic example of that whole like enganche, like mentality of like bring the ball through him and he will create something like a funnel. And another one that we've talked about, who again fits the same profile as Maradona, ironically, even though he apparently butted heads with Maradona a lot, Riquelme. He was another amazing 10. Loved watching him on the ball. He was so creative. He was so lethal. You really didn't know what he was going to make with that. Like, South American boys, like, you get some really, really incredible 10s out of that.
Who are some of your favorite current 10s?
Ooh, a favorite current 10 in the actual 10 position? International or clubs?
Any.
Let's see. I think Odegaard, for example, on the national team, that's a good example of a 10. In the same way that I told you, in certain seasons of play, he's a 10 for you guys, even though he's not wearing that number.
Yeah, when he plays that role.
And I like watching him play when he's in that flow state. Because when
That's when he's at his best.
when you've got Odegaard in his flow state, I don't know what it is. It's kind of like he's just out of his head and he's just playing the most beautiful game.
But when he's free like that, he just takes control of that area. And I always find the big benefit of that is that allows like a Declan Rice to go be a little bit more attacking minded because he knows he has that insurance behind him.
Yeah.
And when Declan Rice is outside of the box taking rips, like, stuff usually happens.
Yeah.
So usually that's when I love it, when Odegaard's free and that's allowing that to free up. But sometimes when they're, locked up and he's not as free flowing as he normally was like 2 years ago, that's where it kind of gets locked up in that midfield.
What about you? Do you have like a favorite current 10?
I know he's not technically like positionally number 10. He wears it, but Ousmane Dembele.
Yeah.
And part of me also wanted to talk to you, like, do you think the number 10's kind of losing its meaning and its
100%.
value? Like,
yeah, the second they fucking gave one to Mbappe.
Yeah, and then like love Lamine Yamal, but he's more of a winger than a attacking midfielder.
He is.
He's wearing number 10.
He is, but to be fair, Messi wore a 10 while he did the same thing. I mean, Messi, I'm going to save that for later.
But another one recently that I've loved, and Luka Modric.
Oh, Modric is
been a
he's a
great
great 10, an incredible 10, especially a 10 who's mastered like the false 9 at times. Like he was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Like he was a surprise. I was honestly surprised by how incredible he became, and like how well he as a 10 carried them to that World Cup.
I wish
And
they would have
for
won
that-
that World Cup.
I mean, like the saga that they had was incredible, and it was put on the work.
He was
and
the centerpiece.
Sacrifice of that 10. Yeah.
Yeah, another one, Chippy Chips.
Okay. Yeah, you think he's one of your favorite 10s of right now?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Interesting.
both personality-wise and actually playing. I feel like he's not necessary to Chelsea, but that team kind of runs through him.
Interesting. I don't know that I would have gone with that. I probably would say, as far as current, even though I know he's not technically in his prime now, a 10. Again, he doesn't wear the number, but the way that he plays and what he's built and the way that he creates motion on and off the ball, KDB.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good 10 for nowadays, in my opinion. Like, he's a good example.
Yeah. All right. Well, do we go into the old times?
We could go into all times. I was going to throw some random ones at you. Like,
Okay.
you talked about the whole free-flowing state and, like, moving around the midfield. So, like, that got me to thinking, well, who started that? Think way, way back. Like, who really, really started that free-flowing midfield? Total football mentality.
I don't know.
I'm going to fucking butcher the pronunciation. Johan Cruyff.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd probably have to put him on my all-time 10, but I also kind of wanted to talk about him because I feel like he's the one who kind of fathered that, like, a little bit more free-flow state in that 10 in midfield.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that? Any ones that come up to mind when you think of that?
Not that far back, but I mean, obviously, close to my heart, Dennis Bergkamp.
I figured you might bring him
Yeah,
up.
I mean, the way he kind of gelled that era of Arsenal teams. I mean, obviously, it was a legendary era. But yeah, he was kind of the centerpiece with that, working with, Henri.
Didn't he have overlap with Ozil?
I don't think so. No.
No.
I don't think so. Because Ozil was like,
A little bit later,
13,
right?
14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bergkamp's probably a good one. I think he would definitely be a solid representation of the 10 for his country. I mean, shit. Good representation of a 10 for country.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently wearing one, even though this is his club. Kaká. He wore an 8, and he was a kind of example of that whole free-flowing midfield. But I think he was like incredible to watch. Like, he was like a little bit more forward driven as far as like how he played than Brazilians at the time. Like, I don't know if you paid attention to that at the time, but like, I mean, another incredible 10 would be Ronaldinho.
Mhm.
Ronaldinho would be the example of like, he's going around people. Like, he's kind of going around and kind of making them kind of trip up and this and that. Kaká went fucking through people, dude.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. I see that and I'm like, yeah, like, that's the physicality that a 10 needs too, right? Like, I think that, I mean, I'm going to repeat it, like, the 10 got diluted when they fucking gave it to Mbappe.
Mhm.
And I mean that on multiple fronts. Like, 1, he doesn't play the position. 2, he doesn't have the vision. And 3, he doesn't have the mentality, right? You look at videos of Pelé, Maradona, Riquelme, Kaká from back in the day, Ronaldinho, right? Dude, they're fucking scrapping for balls, bro. They're check ready while they're trying to go through some of these dribbles. And if you fucking breathe on Mbappe wrong, he's calling for a PK.
Going out on a stretcher.
Yeah, dude. So, like, I wholeheartedly believe, like, the 10 is also, like, a mindset. It's not just a number. It's not just the legend. It's not just
I mean,
the
you have to
it's
play
a
with a chip on your
mentality.
shoulder.
I don't know that I defined it as a chip on your shoulder, but, like, you need to realize that, like, okay, I would say if the 10 is going to be a conduit for a team between, attacking, defensive, right? Like, the 10 also needs to be the conduit for the team's mentality and morale. Like, they need to be the one that realizes they're in control of that. Whether that means upping the ante, calming people down, changing the tempo. Like, they are not part of the orchestra. They're the fucking conductors.
The tempo
on the
setter,
field.
yeah.
Yeah, like, sure, the coach is the one who wrote the music, but, like, at the end of the day, like, somebody has to do
We're
that
the ones playing
on
it.
the field. Yeah, they're the ones in it. And I just genuinely think that at some point, unfortunately, the 10 became less about that and more about just
I get
the
to wear this
flash.
number.
Yeah. And that's probably one of the times where the sport disappointed me.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of more modern, tens.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about one of our other boys, Musiala and Florian Wirtz.
So I would definitely put Musi as a 10. I would not call Florian a 10.
You wouldn't?
No. I would... I don't know what I would consider him, but I don't think he's quite a 10. Maybe he would have been if he wasn't in the same era as Musiala, but Musiala is, in my opinion, more so a 10.
And it's going to be interesting because Wirtz hasn't fully, integrated himself with Liverpool. But I think with Leverkusen, he was kind of that, centerpiece in that midfield.
Yeah. Okay, I could see that. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but I mean, within Germany, like, those two young guys coming up, like one of those can definitely fill those roles.
Maybe that's one of the things that I just associate with 10s is like they're fucking cerebral.
Yeah.
Like I love how mental and tactical they are. If we talk about like the intersection of martial arts or Muay Thai with Joga, I would say 10s are all Muay Famors.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like always.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the characteristics. Like that's their tribe.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a difficult place to play, just smack in the middle of the field. You've got threats from all sides.
And you have to be so aware, and you got to be ready to dish. You got to be ready to switch. Like you have to be in control of your body and your mind.
Something I always love watching, like doing a warm up of a game or a team, them just doing those little passing drills and just watching like the eyes of all those players. Like they're in like a 5-foot span, but they know where every single person's at. And then seeing that translate to the pitch where like an Odegaard, he's like always looking everywhere. He's got to beat on everybody. Yeah.
Zubimendi's incredible at it.
That I find that so impressive and interesting to watch.
Actually, Cole Palmer is really good at scanning. I will say that. He's incredible at scanning. Like, I don't know if he's just always... but
Pay him a PM.
Yeah, he's scanning a lot. I mean, are there any other 10s that you feel like are worth kind of mentioning? Anything on your...
I mean, more recency bias here. Still unproven, but I'm super pumped for Arsenal's new number 10.
Oh, Eze?
Eze.
Okay.
So, I mean, he had a 20-minute cameo, I think, in the Liverpool game, but I'm excited to see how he kind of fits within that role.
So I'm happy that he's wearing the 10. Not because I necessarily think he's 100% a 10 or that they're going to play him like a 10, but because of who you had as your 10 before, which is just a fucking waste of the number.
Yeah.
I'm happy you give it to someone who's at least a little bit more embodying of the number.
But, I mean, yeah, they'll probably deploy him more on the left side sometimes, especially with injury stuff now. But, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. It's wild having this much depth at that area now. Obviously, with Odegaard as a Aries, that's where he truly plays.
Yeah.
So seeing how he fits in, could he kind of become one of those number 10s? Because when I see him play, and it's been mostly on the wing recently, but I kind of see a little bit of Jamal Musiala with him, trying to be a little bit more creative and pushing those boundaries. Mm-hmm. I hope it's not just youthful, ignorance and arrogance, but I always see him trying to push that and try to find that creative pass and make that creative play.
Yeah, I think that he's got a enthusiasm and like flair that will do you guys well, right? Mm-hmm. Like he's like the Danny Rojas of the squad, where it's like sometimes I feel like you guys are so hung up on winning a trophy that you get in your own way mentally. Like you forget to just fucking enjoy it and just play and just do what
they
you
forget
do.
that football is life.
Yeah. I think Eze might bring that back. Like again, I don't think Gyökeres is that key yet. Like I think
but he's a piece of the puzzle.
He is a piece of the puzzle, but I don't think he's the thing that winds that, right? I don't necessarily know what is the thing that winds it, but I will say, like, you can't win the title by stressing over winning the title. Like it's a rocking chair. Like you guys are just sitting there going back and forth, but you're not actually moving anywhere from it. Like I hope Eze is the thing that pulls you out of that. Like I hope he does, actually take the mantle of the 10 and control that mentality. I hope that he's the kind of person who's like, let's get out of this. Like, no, like, keep your heads on the swivel. Like, that was a good fucking free kick. We've had so many opportunities. Let's do this.
Well, I hope you're right.
Or he should be the one on the field to do what I told you what I saw, right? Like, if you're on the field and you see that they're forcing you to that side, be the person that opens that up. Do what we just said Thomas Mueller did, right? That's why certain times he was getting these goals out of nowhere, because he wasn't adhering to what they expected him to as they put on their defensive strategies. You got to be the one to break against that grain sometimes. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I hope you're right, because, I mean, you saw how excited he was to get unveiled.
yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of hope he brings that, you know, excitement to it. I mean, that's his boyhood club. He
I've been
started at
telling
that
you
academy. I
for
hope
months. That is my favorite person that you guys might have
Yeah.
too. Like, I mean, this was last year too when we first started talking about it, right? Like,
But now that we have that striker, we need someone to kind of fill that 10 to get them that service.
yeah.
Because that's been lacking, you know, since last season.
So you see him being a little bit more Ozil-y?
I
maybe?
hope so.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Ozil's one of one, but, you know.
Yeah. They're not gonna make him like that.
But, yeah, just someone that can kind of link that play up. Like, I love Odegaard, but his season 2 years ago, incredible. Like, every time he was out there,
A
he was,
stark
like,
contrast from
so
last season.
smooth.
A stark contrast.
He was confident, always on the ball. He always made the right pass, and every now and then shot and made it in.
Not even every now and then. It was like consistently, if he had that pull, like literally just that pull and cut to his left foot, he was ripping one.
Yeah,
and they were going in.
I used to have the same confidence in his left foot cutting across the box as I do in Saka's. Like,
Yeah.
when I see Saka run down the wing and cut across the box, I'm like,
Yeah.
he might score.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it was with Odegaard 2 years ago. But I don't know what it is. But I hope he unlocks it. But
Yeah.
because, like we said, he's kind of that, fulcrum of that team. Like, he needs to be buzzing for everything to go well around it.
Yeah, I think that he really changes that kind of vibe and tempo when he does hit that flow state. Like, everything is just so smooth and silky and like velvety and buttery. Like, you have these smooth one touches, you're opening the field. Yeah, it'd be good to see some of that unfold. But I'm gonna hit you with a really, really fun curveball. And
Okay.
I'm gonna bring up, not necessarily say he's gonna be the greatest of all time or anything like that, but he's definitely a fun one, and he's a surprising one, and it's a really, really good head nod to a very specific World Cup. Totti. That's a fucking fun 10.
Yeah.
That's a fun 10. That is probably my favorite Italian 10.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good era, man.
Yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to another 10 from the same era. And I'm not just saying it because they look somewhat similar in certain pictures. Different country. Arguably still top 10 10s of all time. Zizou.
Yeah.
Zizou's a fucking magician. Right? And so, like, fuck, actually, there's a video we should have played, but when I, like, pulled up that, like, folder and stuff, there's one...
Videos to shame me with?
Yeah, there's one of everyone talking about going up against Zizou. And they're all like, yeah, I was cooked. Like, he just doesn't operate the way that you expect him to, physically or within the game.
Yeah, it's a wild card.
Dude, he was so fun to watch. He still is so fun
So
to
wild, he might
watch.
even headbutt you.
Yeah. Just definitely don't say anything about his mother.
I mean, that was my first, like, vivid memory of
Oh, really?
of that. Because remember the 2006 was, like, the first World Cup I was, like, in.
Yeah, that's true.
And, like, you know, I remember watching that final, and this bald dude just headbutts this guy.
Oh, dude, I remember, like, obviously this was after the 2000s, but I remember being a kid and having a PlayStation 1 with FIFA World Cup 98 as a game. And I remember absolutely fucking cooking with Zidane. Absolutely cooking. The stadiums were so dope. The anthem was the tits. Chumbawamba, tub thumping. Gold. But Zizou, top 10 of all time.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a top 10.
There's only one person in all of French football's history that I would say is comparable to Zizou. It's not going to be who you think. This is where my old man side is going to show. Platini. Oh, dude. He was incredible to watch. I never got to watch him live, but I would watch replays or old videos of World Cups and stuff that my grandpa had. So fun to watch, dude. So fun to watch. The only person in French football who, in my opinion, was as beautiful of a 10 as Zizou. I know. I'm really dating myself
yourself,
with
yeah.
that one. I know. Well, you gave us so much modern stuff. I felt like I needed to kind of bring us back a little bit.
Be the ancient to my modern.
Yeah, I'm the old soul. You're
Yeah.
the young one. Should we talk about the absolute greatest 10 of all time? Or would you like me to dabble on a couple others? Do you want to share any others?
Let's start with the top 5.
Okay.
So, I think Pele's obviously in there.
Okay.
Maradona.
Okay. I'm going to put Zizou up there.
Okay, we got Zizou. All right, 2 more.
It's only one more. One of those is already reserved.
Messi. All right, and the last one?
No. Find the second to last one, because then we're going to talk about the last one. And we've talked about the second to last one, at least.
Other than the 4 we just went over?
Yeah, I feel like, what other 10s do you think?
I'll put
of all
Bergkamp
time?
in there.
You're going to put Bergkamp over Johan Cruyff.
Yes. Obviously biased, but yes.
All right. I'll allow it, but we're going to skate over that. We're going to talk about the absolute greatest 10 of all time. You're going to talk about total football, Cruyff, eventually Pep, and this entire evolution of the 10 and the sport. Messi is literally Lisan Al-Gaib.
Absolutely.
He's the fucking exception. He is the holy grail of what the fuck. He is technical. He is a visionary. He is creative. He has the mindset, the mentality, the consistency, the physicality. He is the most fucking complete evolution of the 10 ever.
Messi has drive.
Messi has drive. Messi has overdrive.
Yeah.
Messi
Nitrous.
has shown time and time again that he's a fucking transcendent force. He's not even just a 10. He's beyond that. I wholeheartedly think that he is the most incredible embodiment of that position, of that number, and of the lore that comes with the 10.
If you're looking for any pushback or arguments from me, you're not getting it.
No, I know, but it's still a little funny. We got 2 Argentines in your top 5.
Yeah. They've got the great heritage.
This is
Football heritage.
Yeah, the 10 is incredible, man. Mm-hmm. And Messi, there's no question in my world or reality of Messi versus Ronaldo. There's no comparison. The only thing that you could ever possibly accurately and reasonably attempt to compare Messi to is just a different fucking year of Messi. That's the thing.
A different multiversal version of Messi.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had this conversation millions of times, but I mean, Ronaldo to me, it was a flashy piece of jewelry.
Yeah.
But Messi, he's, like you said, he's just put him anywhere on any club, and he's going to find a way to succeed and bring success to that club. Like, he's such a team player, and I've always admired that about him. Like, yeah, watching Ronaldo do all this crazy stuff is cool, and he's great at that. But Messi, I think, is, transcends everything.
I think transcendent is probably the best way to put it. Like you think about Pep and like the tactical approach that he took to so much, right? Like he's, in my opinion, someone who kind of changed the tactical field part of the 10 and the history and the lore of it, right? Like, and Messi was the instrument for a lot of this as well. Like the false 9 became a 10 position. That was Messi. Messi played on the wing as a 10 and still was a 10, still carried, right? I think about like another like level or dimension to his transcendence. We've chatted about the MLS several times on the show. The MLS was for almost its entirety a fucking joke. Somehow as big, if not a bigger joke than a fucking Gold Cup. But since the arrival of Messi, not only has Inter Miami become an international club that gets recognized and has fucking sold out games that are fucking outperforming fucking NFL teams, right? Sold out jerseys, recognizable jerseys and branding. Messi changed the MLS from a fucking joke of a club or a league, right, with all of these joke clubs, to, what was it now, the 12th or something most competitive league in the world? That's what he did. He did that just by being there. And all of the competition followed.
Yeah, I mean...
You think people are coming to the MLS because they want money? Or because they want to live somewhere nice? Fuck that. You could get way more money, the Saudi leagues, and you can live way nicer places, fucking like anywhere else.
La Liga?
Anywhere else in Europe.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the players that have gone to Miami.
They want to play at that level of competition. Like, they, honestly, if I was even in my prime, and maybe I'm just fucking fangirling, if I was in my prime, I would fucking eat it for a fucking year if I had to, just to have 2 fucking matchups against him. Just to share the pitch with that.
Yeah.
He's once in a fucking he's once in several lifetimes, bro. Like, he's like the fucking Halley's Comet of Halley's Comet. Like,
yeah, I mean, like, MLS was always kind of that retirement spot for, like, old legends. You look at Schweinsteiger, like, Rooney came over. I mean, Zlatan was still, at the end of his prime when he had come over and still dominating. But that's what kind of shocked me about the DePaul move to Miami, because you had seen Suarez, you saw Busquets, some of these older players. But then you finally see, like, a, elite world-class, player still, somewhat in his prime coming over to play in the MLS. And, not that I watch MLS or go to the games, but that's encouraging to see.
just because you really want to see
Best goal announcement ever.
Yeah, I think that if we're going to be talking about 10s, we want to have the discussion of 10s, like, there is no greater 10 than Lionel.
I mean, there's no greater footballer.
You literally can spell his name with a fucking 10 in it.
Yeah.
That's not indicative. I don't know what is. But I do want to try and slowly transition us. So I'm going to ask you one thing. Who do you think is the best English 10 of all time? And then we can talk about maybe these first few weeks of the Prem.
I don't like saying it, but it might be Wayne Rooney.
Okay. Would you like me to agree with you or disagree?
Whatever you feel in your heart.
I understand the argument for Rooney, but in my opinion, I'm not going to get into the fucking geopolitical complexities of this.
Let's do it.
Gareth Bale.
Oh, we're definitely getting geopolitical.
As far as from the UK,
Okay.
Gareth Bale, in my opinion, the best 10 they've had.
Okay.
I
mean,
see
I
the
see
argument for Rooney. I understand it.
I mean, I was strictly thinking England shirts.
Yeah, I know.
So.
But I'm thinking the whole.
But yeah, no,
like,
I hear you.
would you change your answer knowing that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but do you?
But I
kinda
like where
see
your
what-
head's at. Yeah.
Yeah, and like, again, and they both thrive for the same reasons. In that, like, they're making some big ass runs, they're putting that ball in, but they're also feeding stuff, and they're constantly a lethal threat, no matter where they're at, and for their teams respectively. Like, they're producing that. They're either
even
giving people
him
goals or putting them in.
I mean, him himself is, transcendent within, the Welsh football. I mean, he brought that club to, World Cup and Euros and the world relevance.
Dude, he's transcended to the sport. I actually just met a guy a few months ago, Welsh dude, working a live event, right? And he's like, oh yeah, like, I when I'm back home, like, I go to Gareth Bale's bar.
Nice.
And like every once in a while, like, I've seen him like play golf, and I'm like, what a life, man. Like, that guy's wanted everything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. No, that's a good
literally
pick.
broke the record for the biggest fucking transfer for like a while, had the fastest clocked speed in the sport for a while.
But he still has one stain on his career.
What stain would that be, Zachary?
The one from North London.
White, petrified. Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, like, what if that's like a prerequisite for being from that, like,
Luka
region?
Modric. I mean, he's not Welsh, but
Well, I was thinking Harry Kane.
that too.
Like,
yeah.
like, you gotta put in your time there.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Rooney, he didn't have Tottenham. He had a red shit instead.
Does that mean Son is going to start winning MLS Cups?
Oh my gosh. Would you consider him a 10? For club or country? I actually would consider him maybe more of a 9.
Yeah, I
for-
don't. He doesn't jump out to me as a 10. No.
I don't think so either, but isn't he wearing 10 for them?
For LA?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I want to say I thought he was wearing 10 for them.
I mean, that's probably something like American soccer. Be like, yeah, you're a big star. You wear number 10.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so speaking of English football, we are a few weeks into the season. We are
Already at our first international break.
closing
which
in
is
here on the international break.
Always a sad time.
And somehow you have managed to find yourselves with injuries before the international break.
Yeah.
You want to talk about some of those?
No.
Bukayo!
Let's see. Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, Jesus is still out. Who else am I missing?
Well,
I mean,
Saliba.
Saliba now, yeah.
Odegaard with his shoulder.
Odegaard, but he subbed in, so he might be okay. But yeah, the Saliba one hurts. Apparently, he had
Timber. I mean, he he had that weird moment with Gakpo at the end, and he was limping the whole rest of the game.
Ben White's out.
Ben White.
Christian Nogo,
Nargard.
he's out. Yeah, so there's a bunch of injuries, but I mean, we have depth now, but it's already getting put to the test. We're stressing it.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything happens to Gyökeres, we're already right back at a Mikel Merino striker. But I don't know the status of Jesus, but hopefully he's back soon. He wasn't included in the Champions League squad.
Just for fresh legs.
Just for backup.
I did see a really cool thing about the Champions League squad, though. You guys have an opportunity to absolutely crush the record for youngest
Max
player.
Dowman.
Yeah, Max Dowman. Yeah. By almost like half a year or something like that, right?
Well, because I think
There's a different player, and I don't
Yeah.
remember what team it was, but he was like 16 months and like, or 16 years and like a few months.
you
or
mean
something.
on the current rosters or just to like score in
of
the
all,
Champions League?
of all time to play
Okay.
Champions League.
'Cause I think when
football.
Neri played last year.
But again, he was still older than
Yeah.
the youngest. He was 16 something, right? Like,
Yeah, 16 or 17 at that point.
yeah.
No, and
Yeah, Dowman would be the first person to be under 16.
that would be incredible.
And
I mean,
UEFA's come out to be like, yeah, we technically don't have an age restriction. You put a fucking kid in diapers on the pitch and they're scoring goals. Yeah, sure, whatever, fuck it.
yeah. Yeah, Dalman's incredible. I do question why they put him in Liverpool.
Well, honestly, I get it. I understand it. It's risky. I don't know that I would have done it, but I get it. Because to me, you're not going to have another game quite like that for a bit.
You mean in terms of scale and
And then severity,
I mean,
yeah.
we got City coming up.
Yeah, but City didn't win the league last year. And
Yeah,
City
but still,
didn't
it's a Big Six
And
club.
City didn't spend over 600 fucking million pounds on new signings and shit. City spent like a fucking third of that.
Well, yeah, Liverpool away is the biggest game of the season.
Exactly. So to me, I want to see how that little shitling handles pressure. Do you fucking crumble and crisp, or do I get a fucking diamond out of you?
I mean, from what I saw, like, and I don't mean this to sound like criticism because the man's 15-year-old playing Premier League football, but I didn't see much movement. He was like running straight at defenders. And my thought process is we're down 1-0. We subbed him on from Madueke, which was, in my opinion, our best player on the pitch that game.
He absolutely crushed. No, he
And
was arguably the best
If
player.
if we're going to sub him out, I want to put another creative player, and I would have put Winery in there at that time. Just as he has a little bit more experience. We know what we can get out of him. And in that situation, I think he might have been a more stable pick to put in there.
So, I kind of agree with you, but in a different way. I actually just don't think they're playing Max Dowman in the right position for how he plays.
Where should they play him?
Put him up top.
As a striker?
Put him up top with Gyökeres.
I mean, maybe it could work, but I mean,
You'd have to change your formation, but to me, like, I don't see him thinking creatively or having the full self-control yet to be on the wing like that.
anything
Because
he'd better position in a striker position?
Yeah. Because as a striker, like, you just go fucking forward. As a wing, sure, you can go forward. You need to know the right times to go forward. You need to know the right times to cut back. You need to know the right times to start curling in. And he didn't seem to have that grasp yet. He was taking a little bit too many touches. I know he's 15. He was taking a little too many touches, and he just wasn't looking up. I don't see him having, at this point, that vision to thrive as well in that position as even a Winery. Winery, I don't know if it's just because he's a little more experienced or because he's quicker on the ball or his instincts are just different. But even though he had moments where, yeah, he ran at the defenders like you're saying, he had a lot more moments where he got past the defender and crept a couple of those fuckers in there.
I would agree with you on Dowman, looking at it as a silo of the Liverpool game, because when I saw him at Leeds, he was making
did
runs.
good.
Obviously, Leeds' defense at home was very different than going up
He-
against Kirkez.
He
and
bullied Leeds a lot more than
Yeah,
he did.
but even in the preseason, and again, it's preseason, but the way he ran past Joe Linton in the Newcastle game, drew a foul out of there, like you could see Joe Linton's face, like, it's 15.
Yeah.
But I mean, everything else I've seen from that guy, he's he's almost like a Winari Saka type. He's great at dribbling. Like I think we talked. I don't want to compare him to Lamine Yamal, but he's kind of giving me those
because
vibes.
he's just so young and at that
Yeah,
level.
it's like a quick, savvy, creative. Is really good at dribbling past defenders. So
Is he English national?
I mean, under not like the top squad,
but I'm saying like he's nationality wise.
Yeah.
English.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe so. So, yeah, because there was because I saw I saw an interview. Someone was asking Thomas Tuchel about like who he's looking at, and Max Dallman was mentioned. So I mean, it's a big year for everybody. It's a World Cup year. Everybody's trying to make their mark.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the things we got to consider with this international break. We got some qualifiers.
Coming up,
Yeah.
and I know this wasn't the intention, but when I look at this Gahey deal falling through, it's like part of me wonders: is that better for Mark Gahey with the intentions of making a better pitch to make the England squad?
Well, I mean, honestly, I think it's a much better move for Mark Gahey, and it's a great move for Palace. Maybe not financially because there's the obvious. Hey, you could have made a lot of money for this player in his prime. Like this is how.
Gahey's gonna make a living no matter what.
But yeah, and the other part of it is you're a fucking defender for a team that has now broken the record for undefeated consecutive matches. And you've won 2 pieces of fucking hardware in that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. That's a dope ass accolade. You want to talk about
not
what
even
to
2 pieces of hardware, the club's first 2 pieces of hardware. Yeah. But I think he's
granted, Eze also is part of that.
Scored that goal.
I know.
No, but he has such a huge impact now, especially now with Eze leaving. He's gonna have such a big impact, and if he stays healthy and continues having that impact, there's no way he's not making the England squad.
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't require him to wear the rainbow armbands, he should be good.
Yeah, he'll sit out.
Yeah. Well, as far as some of the first few games, is there anything that really jumped out at you or surprised you?
Yes, and
Good or bad?
not in a good way.
Okay.
I've always tried to keep my mind and mouth shut about this as it's part of the game, but it's 3 games into the Prem season, and I am
Is
already
this fucking
cursing
3-letter?
VAR.
What the fuck, bro? What the fuck was this?
I mean, the glasses come up. Yeah, the one we saw last weekend, Fulham and Chelsea.
Fulham, what the fuck? Dude, and I had to show you that audio because I was fuming. Like, the only thing that has fucked with the sport, football, more than the dilution of the 10 is the bullshit around VAR. It's too fucking much. It's stifling. It is literally suffocating all the best parts of the sport.
Mm-hmm. My thing is, it seems like it's taking more and more time every time. Like, my thing is, if there's an on-field decision and VAR's in your ear and says, hey, maybe you take a look at this, within 30 seconds and you can't figure out if you're right or wrong, you just walk away and on-field decision stands. Like, if it's that wrong, you should be able to tell very quickly.
I also think that we, much like other things in the world and in society, we forget the original fucking purpose of some of this, right? Like, offsides. I mean, we've talked about this so many times. Like, offsides, again, has just been fucking mutated and manipulated into the stupidest fucking thing half the time. Mm-hmm. Like, if someone's fucking pinky finger is beyond the defender, that's not fucking offsides. There's no actual advantage to that. I genuinely think, like, we've gotten so far away from, like, hey, like, is there obvious advantage? Is there an obvious goal? Is there obvious ill intent? And it's like, oh, can we, like, pussify this anymore. Like, oh, I don't know, like, he stepped on that person's toe while he was doing this other thing, and so because he stepped on it, that other person couldn't move. And even though that technically means that he's stepping on the same place as that other person, and he couldn't move also because he's stepping, that's a foul. What the fuck?
Well, back to the offsides, I think it was either the Fulham game or Chelsea game or the Brighton City game, but there's that one offside call where it was a hand. It's like, you can't score with a hand. Why is that being considered offsides? And the video you showed me was unbelievable. It was the video of the VAR assistant advising the ref to take a check at that foul from the Chelsea Fulham game. One, they disallowed a debut goal from a 16 and 17-year-old, but it's halfway through the pitch, and it wasn't even a challenge. And the rationale was, oh, Chalobah went down, so he couldn't continue to play.
Yet somehow VAR will look at certain plays like I don't know, a fucking handball in the Arsenal and Liverpool game and be like, yeah, no, that's fair play.
But it's like, one, it wasn't even a challenge. Like they said after the game, like, he was doing a skill move.
It's
like,
literally a Maradona.
You have to put your foot down. You're stepping. You can't float. Your foot goes down.
And granted, there are cases where players have done that exact move, the Maradona, right? The step over, pull, twist thing, right? And on one of those planting foots, yeah, something bad has happened. I don't know if you remember it, but have you seen the video once Marcelo left Real and he again tried to do like a Maradona and he stepped on a dude's shin and like buckled it in? That's really unfortunate, and I understand calling the foul in that situation, even though, again, freak fucking accident. But ultimately, like, as the defender, you're choosing to stab that deeply. Like, it's not a foul for someone to not let you take the ball.
Yeah.
If you choose to get in stepping territory while you miss the ball, I'm sorry, but that's just the sport.
Mm-hmm. And in that case, that's actually endangering the safety of a player, which I get. Getting your toe stepped on is not that, like, that's not foul worthy.
It's not like that. Not in that. If I'm trying to mark someone for a corner kick and someone stomps on my toes.
Yeah. Or if I'm late to a challenge to try to get a ball. But, like, yeah, this guy's not even in my mind. I'm just trying to get around him. He sticks his foot in. I step on him. And it ruins the entire flow of the game.
Yeah, that to me is just,
It was so egregious that even afterwards, the PMGOL removed this VAR assistant from the Arsenal-Liverpool game.
Yeah. I mean, it's... They've got to have some sort of system where, like, look, once you've made a certain number of calls that are redacted, recanted, screwed up, like, wrong, like, something that we need to apologize for, like, you're done, right? Like, I'm sorry, but, like, how and why are Anthony Taylor and Michael Oliver still...
They're the most experienced ref in England, bro.
Yeah,
which just blows my mind every time.
But the crazy part is that sometimes that's wrong, and that's a bad thing. Like, sometimes you're bringing the wrong fucking experience to this, right? Like, I'm sorry, but, like, if you see a play like that, like, if I'm the on-field ref and VAR is chirping in my fucking ear about that, and I have to go and I see that, I'm going to stop the game. I'm going to drag that fucker out of that VAR box, and I'm going to be like, put a fucking chimpanzee in there, because the lack of experience might actually do us more benefit than harm.
Yeah, but yeah, that one clip, and if you haven't watched it, go listen to the VAR chatter from this Chelsea Fulham game, match week 3. And I was so discouraged after that, because it almost feels like VAR is now equal or more influence than the on-field ref. Like,
or
they're-
than the fucking gameplay itself.
Yeah, but all that chatter, like, that influences the ref. Like, especially if they're hearing that the whole time, they're talking about, oh, well, this person stepped on this foot. Ooh,
No,
that looks
fuck-
pretty
no,
bad.
fuck that. I would straight up like Agent Smith from
Yeah.
fucking Matrix #1. I would take that earpiece out until I actually needed it.
But if I had it my way, it's if there's a VAR check, it's like, hey, Sebastian, you might want to take a look at this. I see something that I
Yeah,
don't think you did.
I don't want to hear
Okay,
shit.
I'll
other
go
than that.
check it out, but I don't want to hear your commentary because now I'm
I wanna
going
hear
to
the
this
chants.
monitor already like
I
predisposed
want to
to your
hear them
opinions.
telling Bruno Fernandes that he
Looks like a rat. Yeah, it's so sad. I mean, I always think back about how furious I would be when a good goal was always taken back from a bad offsides call, like pre-VAR. Like when they would show the replay for a goal that was disallowed for offsides and he was onside. I don't know which one I'd rather have, but the more and more VAR messes up, I kind of wish we'd go back to the old ways.
Yeah, no. VAR is it's so fucked. I'm so over it. It kills the best parts of the sport. It really does. You just whore yourself out to whatever whims and calls,
Yeah.
whatever jagaloon behind the screen like is saying. Like,
Yeah, I mean, if I had it my way, you would have automatic offsides. No person interaction needed. You just see the lines, and it only accounts for things that can score goals. So if your arm's hanging offsides, that's on. VAR can come in and check potential red cards and handballs.
red cards and handballs. But even handballs, dude, like, there's been certain calls that have been made where I'm just like, I don't agree with that. I don't.
Yeah, but I wouldn't mind them at least looking at that.
Yeah.
Like if there's a handball that the on-field ref missed and VAR looks at him like, yeah, I can go on. Okay, whatever. But I don't know. I think those are the only two things that really should be necessary for VAR.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
offsides, like what I think La Liga and other leagues do it, you don't even need a person to check that. They just have the sensors, they figure it out, and they put it up on the screen, says offside or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then red cards and handballs.
Yeah. I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that, or just getting rid of them for the most part.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of hope that the rest of the season takes a little bit of a turn. Like, I
Yeah.
hope we get actual good football, not...
Yeah, it was a little bit
bullshit
encouraging
officiating.
that they removed that guy from the next game to kind of...
Yeah, it didn't stop
No, but
officiating staff and all that to make some
at least it's
dumbass
some sort of
calls, too.
consequence.
No, I wanted to just go on record. Like, I don't think that every single call or foul or whatnot in that game was dumb, but there definitely were some dumb ones, and it does not take away from the fact that was one of the most insane fucking free kicks I've seen in a while.
Incredible.
Unreal.
Like, obviously, I upset we lost, but I cannot be mad about
Unreal.
losing that. Like, it was such an even game. Like, I think both teams controlled very well. Like,
Yeah.
no team really had that many great chances on goal. And to lose to an absolute worldie of a goal that I don't think anybody on this face of the earth can save. Like,
I will say a couple pieces. First, Noni Madueke might have played the best football on the pitch that day.
I think so.
I think he was the best player. I mean, outside of that Soboslai free kick.
Big shout out to Mosquera, too.
Mosquera actually...
To come on like 5 minutes in to fill the shoes of
He did too.
Saliba, like he was a
did
little
do
shaky
great.
the first few minutes, but once he got his footing, like I didn't even realize he was there. He was just
And
holding
I
it
was
down.
happy to see the way that him and Gabi interacted.
Yeah, so very happy about that. We did get Piero Hincapié,
That's right. Yeah.
so another defender. So
Yeah.
things on the up and up.
Yeah. We'll see how the rest of the season kind of plays out. I don't really want to talk about my boys.
Let's look
I-
forward. There's some big games coming up.
Yeah. I mean, as far as my side of stuff, like, There's one piece that I was really, really, really happy about. It was Rodri starting again.
Yeah.
And I'm sad that he broke that streak. And it was an incredible streak to have.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy to have him starting again. I'm happy to see that goofball tuck his shirt in, and
It does feel right.
I love seeing his gameplay.
You know what I also love?
I missed him.
Those black thirds.
Oh, bro.
Or aways, sorry, the thirds are Heredas. But yeah,
Yeah.
the black aways. Oh,
those
with
are
the
so-
chrome pumas on the shoulders.
Yeah, that's just not quite big enough of a puma,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I need a little bit more puma.
Yeah.
It's not quite enough.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much all I've got to say about my guys for the moment.
Yeah.
But I think one of the funniest things that could have occurred is the absolute misaging of our last discussion we had regarding transfers and teams of the Prem. Now, I remember us talking about a certain team that had a pretty incredible transfer window, and a certain podcast partner of mine talking about how sharp of a gaffer they've got over there at Man U. What a dumpster fire.
I'm glad that one didn't age well. Grimsby Town.
Grimsby Town, bro. I saw someone post,
but
there's
the-
like scandal going on.
ineligible player?
The
I saw
ineligible
that.
player. And someone goes, oh shit, some UCL team just got lucky. They're not going to have to play Grimsby Town anymore. They got to play United.
Oh, I saw that too, and it was like United fans moaning about Grimsby Town playing with an ineligible player. And then I saw...
You missed the deadline window by 2 minutes or something?
But it's like, people are like, oh, we need to have a replay. I'm like, you're complaining about a fourth tier team having an ineligible player. And one, I noticed when he was subbed on, Grimsby was up 2-0. They tied 2-2 after regulation. And he was the only Grimsby Town player to miss his PK in the shootout. Like,
so
he might have even been a
So-
United agent.
So technically, like, if they had someone else, it could have been
Even
more.
worse, yeah. But just like, I don't know, being in that position, like, come on, bro. Like, an eligible player from a fourth division team shouldn't make that much of a difference.
No.
Like, you got
You're efficient.
outplayed.
You're efficient, yeah. But one update from that we actually haven't gotten to talk about yet because it's still pretty fresh. Argentinian boy,
Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Chelsea?
He left. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, though. Like, I told you, I think his biggest problem, I don't think he's not talented. He's a pretty fucking talented kid, and he's pretty quick, is that fucking attitude. I don't think that's going to get fixed at Chelsea. I think it's going to get worse.
We'll see.
That's my 2 cents.
I don't know. One other back to United little thing that we did talk about during that game. I forgot the exact record, but for a moment there, their first 2 goal scorers were own goal.
Yeah.
I think they're the first Prem team to score their first 2 goals by own goal.
I think they were, at one point, the only Prem team that hadn't scored their own goal yet. Like,
Yeah.
hadn't scored an actual goal yet for themselves.
Yeah, and then finally Mbuemo saved them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be a fun hate watch this year.
Yeah, more than Tottenham. Tottenham's going to be hard to hate watch this year, man.
Yeah.
That is a fucking crazy lineup that they got. Did you
Yeah.
see who they signed to?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the most recent one?
What, Simmons?
No, Kolomuani.
Oh, that's right. I did see that.
Yeah, bro. Kolomuani.
Yeah.
Kolomuani.
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 And, like, look, I don't, obviously, when you put that crest on,
What if he does a North London bicycle kick for a goal, bro? FIFA style.
that was Tell.
I'm pretty sure I did it with Kolomuani. in a
Maybe
different
mine
game.
was Tell.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
video
you're
proof.
right.
But I've said this before, and I'll probably get a lot of hate for this, but I've always had a little bit more hate for United than Tottenham.
That's fair.
Like, I know they're our 2 biggest rivals, but I've always... I think I'm still...
I think it's because historically they were more of a threat.
They
I mean,
were,
what the
and I'm
fuck has
still
Tottenham done?
traumatized
A
from Van
Europa?
Persie. From Van Persie leaving, that one stung.
Yeah.
and I never forgave him.
Yeah.
I think that's where I was like, I hate Man United.
Took the Dutchman from you.
Yeah. And then he scores that worldie goal in the World Cup.
Yeah.
But, and look, Tottenham does look a lot more threatening this year, but they've kind of always just, at least, I mean, recent history, the past few decades, they've always just kind of been little brother.
Yeah. I mean,
There's been years here and there, especially like lockdown Arsenal. We don't want to talk about that, but
I still can't believe we didn't actually even really talk about that back then. Imagine if we had watched some of those days together. I mean, those were the days of some good Bayern, though. Those were some fun
2020
matches,
Bayern.
Yes.
Treble winners.
Yes.
Yeah. What Bayern team do you think was better, 2020 trebles or 2013 treble?
2013 treble.
Yeah.
Because I think it was more difficult, honestly.
Well, that was the year that they bounced like Barcelona, I think 5-0 on aggregate in the semi or quarterfinals, one of the two.
And that was a crazy, crazy matchup.
Yeah. And then the Dortmund, that was the Dortmund final. That was crazy.
Dude, I wish we could have experienced that, bro. Imagine.
And Lewandowski, he was still in Dortmund then, I think, right? I think that was the year he came over. I don't know. It was either that year or the year before.
Maybe. Yeah.
But yeah, no, those Dortmund teams were wild.
I feel like that's definitely one game from like all time I would 100% want to go to. That's probably like one of the most desirable UCL finals to
Think
go
so?
to. Yeah.
Now,
Not just because of the
No.
game itself, but because of the atmosphere.
that one was in
and
Wembley,
everything.
right? I think that was in Wembley. Because the year before was, that one hurt because that was in Munich and then they lost to Chelsea at the PKs. Yeah. Oh, dude, a Champions League final? Wembley?
Dude, anything at Wembley, you piece of shit. Some of my fucking team without me at Wembley. Well, on that note,
We'll get there, Primo.
we'll get there, as in we'll get there to Wembley, or we'll get there to you eventually letting me end an episode.
Yes.
Fuck. And so it begins. So contextinho. No, man, but 10 episodes is a big deal.
Yeah, I
It's-
mean, our first milestone.
It's pretty great to be here. The 10 is, in my opinion, the most significant number in football. And, you know, it just seemed right to kind of nod our head to that a little bit.
Mhm.
And with that, nodding our head again to the greatest 10 of all time.
Yeah.
If anyone has any thoughts, feel free to leave them, but you're probably wrong.
Yeah. But here's the 10 more episodes and more.
And more after that.
I'm Zitch.
And I'm Sebastian.
And this is the lore.
The fucking lore.
1877 cars for kids.